Hello and welcome to Patched. I'm your host, Paul James. Today I'm joined by Matto Phillips and Damo Camilleri. How are you, gents?
Bloody warm.
It is a bit warm.
Very warm.
I'm just happy I'm available.
Wind.
Oh, holy shit. Yeah, the last 6 hours out our way has been pretty crazy.
Oh, stop pissing off the ghost.
I try. It'll pop up sometime during this episode. My screen will go green and...
Maybe it's telling me it's telling me to go somewhere.
Get out.
Maybe a fox shrine or some bamboo to cut.
Oh, a little Ghost of Tsushima reference. Very nice.
Where's my horse?
It's
amazing.
It's been an afternoon between the wind and the weather, and then power got knocked out at my joint, and I was told that it wasn't going to be back till midnight, and then an hour later it was good, but it was too late. I'd already bought Macca's for everyone for dinner. Fucking power core. Yeah, well, I didn't really want to do that for a 2-year-old, but we didn't have anything, and...
Oh, the Happy Meal?
So he had a Happy Meal, yeah. His first ever Happy Meal.
Gave him apple slices and nuggets, didn't you?
Nah, we did chips and nuggets.
Apple slices and nuggets.
Oh, Paul went all out on him.
And then we gave him a little bit of a Sprite and then took the rest off him, because we needed to get him to bed an hour and a bit later.
Oh, that's all right. There's more sugar in Sprite than there is Coke, so, good choice.
He'll be up in 20 minutes.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. We might have to pause this podcast at some point.
He'll be like Kevin McAllister in Home Alone.
Okay. All right. Typical us. Super sidetracked. Paul, what are we talking about today?
Next gen stuff. Damo,
stuff. PS6 and Xbox 360 Series 1X2.
I don't know, this gen stuff. Because we are, the new consoles are now here. I'm the only one of the three of us that have one, but
it's been a whole week.
Yeah,
I've got a new computer, so it's pretty next gen.
That's pretty next gen, and you can just get Game Pass on that and you're good, so that's fine.
I got a Kindle. Does that help?
A Kindle, or did you say a Kendall? Because I don't want to know what you do in your own time, mate.
Kindle, not a Kendall. I'll put that on the list. Kendall.
I've got a Kindle.
So yeah, the next gen consoles are out, and we thought we'd talk about some of the stuff that's kind of gone on this week, because when a new console generation pops up, there's always a bit of intrigue, regardless of whether you've got the machines or not. There's always a lot of stories kicking about, and I guess the lead act for this week, and the one that kind of spurred this conversation in the first place, is some Xbox Series X's that have appeared to be on fire, and actually weren't. But what do we think about douchebags out there making their consoles vape?
You're putting water vapor in an electrical system. Like, where in the joke is that one funny?
Oh, it will be funny when it dies.
I mean, it's funny for us looking upon that. Yeah, it's like, you idiot.
Dickhead.
I hope that short circuits your entire house. That part's great. But the part it's like,
well, geez.
No, I'm all for that, but because let's be real, they're doing it for TikTok followers. So let's be real.
I don't want a house to burn down. I'm just saying, every time they try and put toaster down, the whole house just goes hilarious. You have to go out there and switch it back on. But no, it's just, to me, it's just so dumb. That's the pettiness that no one wants to see out of the console wars. None of it. I mean, oh shit, console wars. Sorry.
Oh yeah,
I completely
new...
forgot. Flash has dropped another video.
Oh nice.
So
he's just going to start punching it out now. I mean, the console wars always do bring out the best and worst. There was old stories from even back PS3 360 days. I was just listening to a podcast earlier today where they were talking about how they were queued up in the line to get an Xbox 360, and someone who'd managed to on launch day, and someone who'd managed to get it, I don't know, presumably only 10 minutes earlier, drove past in a car, wound down the window, screamed "fuck you" at everyone, and then threw the Xbox out onto the street where it just exploded into a million bits. There was similar stories for PS3s, like the reverse sort of thing back in the day.
Yeah.
And then there was the Schwinger Sword guy for the Wii, which is just a real highlight. But
oh, mate, that's peak. That's peak internet for Paul right there.
That was the glory days of uni, where I just watched that video on loop. Halo 2.
I mean, if you got a Legend of Zelda game, I'll probably buy that. You just swing my sword.
Swing a sword.
Love it. Love it. But no, I mean, the machine's smoking. Dumb. Dumb.
I need to find that video again.
The beautiful thing about it was how Xbox's Twitter account handled that and was just like, I'm shattered. They just didn't use like a facepalm gif or like, you know, just
Patrick Stewart.
White guy blinking gif, like, or, you know,
something from The Office, because there's always a good Office gif.
Even Shaq doing the old, you know, hip thing, and it's like, you know what we're about to say? There are some fucking idiots out there. Oh, pardon my French.
Who cares? I've already
dropped
one.
There are some idiots out there. It's just dumb, like, you know. But they handled it brilliantly. Like, I can't believe we have to say this. I mean, I'm sure you may have seen it, but don't blow vape smoke into your Xbox. Like,
look, it did have people panicking for just a little while when people genuinely first thought there was consoles on fire, which, you know, wouldn't have been a good look for Xbox. I'm sure if it wasn't for that aspect of it, then they probably wouldn't have tweeted out like they did. But they did need to get ahead of it because there was enough people that genuinely thought they were Xboxes on fire. And you need to nip that in the bud.
And there's clearly a lot of people that don't know how some smoke from fires look like. Because I just looked at that and just went, "Oh yeah, cool, good joke." It's like, if that was an electrical fly, I thought that whole thing should be on fire by now, going by all that smoke.
At that point,
it should have just started to shrivel and melt down. Like,
electrical smoke doesn't look like that. Like, I mean, I feel like an asshole for saying it like that, but it's like.
Still, maybe you can understand how people's first blush thing is like, holy shit, and then, you know, then they might look at it for, you know, another second longer and go, oh yeah, right. But you know what the internet's like; it just starts to take off from there, and there's not a lot of bright people out there as well, so that's where things really start to fall apart.
And yeah, that's where Xbox did.
They have had some bad stuff to contend with though when it comes to the Series X this week. Apparently, some of the disk drives are on the fritz.
I have heard that.
That's not going so well for them.
Well, I mean, there was that PlayStation that loaded up and said "gay station."
What? Bullshit.
Maybe I don't know if I retweeted it. It was, I think, if you look up the Twitter account, Perfectly Cut Screams. It's like, oh great, I got my PlayStation 5, about to boot it up, and it just comes up, "gay station," and he's like, "What the?" And it just cuts, and it's like, that's perfect. Like, amazing, beautiful joke. Nothing against the LGBT community, of course. It was great just to see that kind of reaction, and like, again, people going, "Oh, look, it was a bug in the system." It's like, oh, I've never heard of After
Yeah, right.
Effects.
I'm looking at it now. Yeah, okay.
See, it's all across the board. At least that one, there was no harm. Like, it wasn't like people were going, "Yeah, oh, it's a technical fault that's causing systems to burn, and my house is in danger." You know,
there's dickheads on both sides of the fences.
Yeah. So disk drives are failing. PlayStation's apparently no, we won't talk about that one either. Somebody put a tweet. It was like, you know, your PlayStation is overheating. Please turn it off until it cools down. And then, you know, it's like that image of what is happening, and then it's like, you know, it'll be like, don't worry, this chili's not too hot, and then it'll be like the chili, and it'll be like, you know, a volcano or something like that. It's like a comparison image that's not the actual thing.
Yeah, I know the one.
They have okay. Well, somebody.
So we're talking like the Homer barbecue.
Yeah.
Something like
Why
that.
doesn't mine look like that?
Yeah, it's almost like that. Like, where it's like, you know.
That's mine if I have PlayStation 5.
Thing.
Why doesn't mine look like that?
And it's a PS4 with two PS1s stuck to either side of it.
But it was like, you know, your PlayStation needs to cool down. It's too hot, and it's like the PlayStation, and it was just like ridiculously good-looking people. You know, it's like, you know, extremely photogenic guy, extremely photogenic.
Yeah, right. I get it.
You know, things like that. That was amusing. I'm not going to use the thing they use because it's Twitter.
We've also had some stories on the PlayStation side where people's consoles have been bricking while playing Spider-Man. That's a reference to the fact that someone was playing Spider-Man. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen this, but someone was playing Spider-Man. It'd be like a 1 in 1,000% like glitch or bug in the game where they flew into a wall and suddenly they burst out the other side as a brick, not Miles anymore.
What?
And so you're still just running around the world as Miles, but a brick.
You just swinging around buildings as a brick.
So I think people have been dubbing it Spider Brick or something like that, and people are hoping that Insomniac might just make that a skin at some point, which would be great.
Would be incredible.
So
I need to see that appear in a comic. Like, this radioactive spider spun its web on this brick, and it gained sentient power.
Or that meme where there's two Spider-Mans pointing at each other.
And they're both bricks.
Two bricks?
No, one's a brick, and one's brick from Anchorman.
Oh, from Anchorman.
This is Sorry, that's terrible. That's phenomenal, though. I'm glad to see that the overall response to everything that's been going on has been positive.
Yeah,
that was the concern.
It's been pretty good by and large. Regardless of what side of the fence you're on now, my time with the Xbox, I fired it up to set it up, and I actually haven't played a thing. And that kind of leads to some of the concerns that I raised when we had our episode the other week. And I'm not going to sit there and critique Xbox that much, because if I played third-party games on their platform, well, then I would have used the Xbox quite a lot this week. But the PS5's gotten a hell of a workout since I got it on Thursday.
Does it sound like a jet engine?
No.
How much Netflix have you played?
Silent. None.
How much Disney Plus?
I mean,
he's just been watching The Mandalorian in 4K. Yeah, this is sweet. Oh,
that reminds me.
Look at this.
That reminds me. I'm still 2 episodes behind on The Mandalorian now. I've got to go catch up.
Try being a season behind.
I'm 2 seasons behind.
Yeah, me and you, Matto.
Oh, really? Neither of you started?
Nah,
I'm gonna wait till there's enough out for me to like binge and enjoy.
Yeah, I suppose so far there's like 11 episodes.
Is that all?
Yeah.
There
was 8 in the first season. They've had 3 so far. I've only seen the first from this season. Everyone's been losing their minds over episode 9 over episode 10 and 11. I just haven't seen them yet. So soon enough, maybe after we finish recording.
Did Baby Yoda speak?
He's hoping. That'd be great.
He apparently caused genocide and people are losing their shit.
I don't know much about that one.
That took a dark turn.
Yeah, no. People are like, the fans are outraged, and somebody like just tweeted out like, it's a fake show. Why are we upset?
People lose their shit over fictional stuff all the time.
There's not a man walking around in a bounty hunter suit. Well, it could be.
I mean, that's real though. That's actually just Dog the Bounty Hunter. But he got an upgrade. He's now in the Mandalorian. He's hunting down criminal scum with his bare mace.
So what have you two made of like?
That would be the greatest idea. Dog
wouldn't be a bad one.
Space bounty hunter.
The game.
The game.
Okay.
What have the two of you made of the looking on sorry, just throwing it in your faces, but like as 2 people who haven't picked up either of the new consoles yet, what have you two kind of made from what you've seen? So outside of the memes and the smoking Xbox and those sort of things, like is there anything that you've seen that's maybe helped? I don't know, maybe encourage you to go pick up one or the other?
Xbox has been very underwhelming response from the people that I follow. And I'm not a massive PlayStation fanboy. We know this. I just play games. I barely play games.
If the majority of the games you want to play are on Xbox, then you'll get an Xbox.
More Nintendo leaning anyway. But it's just been. I haven't seen much excitement about the Xbox or anything that it does. But PlayStation fans, or maybe PlayStation users that I see, they are over the moon about everything that thing is doing.
This bad boy, the DualSense.
They didn't even release the
Sony controller.
I've heard that.
The Sony, the Sony.
Like a Spider-Gwen version of that. That'd be great.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
Come on, Insomnia, let's release that. But Yeah, it has. It's been just very underwhelming response from the Xbox users. Not that it has been bad. None of it has been bad. It's just been like, oh, this has been great. Whereas PlayStation,
Just a
people
picture
are
of, hey, here's my
"Whoa,
Xbox.
oh my god, I
Yeah,
can't believe
that's
you're doing
exactly
this.
what it is.
It's like, wow, okay, like.
Well, that's
I
kind
mean,
of
look,
the.
I'm still pleased with whatever's come out about Xbox. There's nothing, no. Not saying that anybody's been saying, well, great waste of my money. It's just, I think they're just whelmed. I think they're just waiting for something. It feels like that. Maybe they'll get it, but I mean, PlayStation seemed to have had a lot more to celebrate this time.
That's the thing that's hurting Xbox at the moment, is the fact that on one side of the fence, like, they get to enjoy the third parties, and people are losing. Like, a lot of people playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla on their Xboxes or PS5s, and that's looking exceptional. Watch Dogs, same sort of deal. Upgrades for a whole bunch of other games. Obviously, Game Pass is still huge, but then
EA Play now.
Yeah, and EA plays in there. And actually, we spoke about Disney Plus, but Disney Plus, you're also getting a 30-day trial for that as well. So, like, and I'm sure there's probably some partnership that'll allow you to get it cheaper after the fact too. Like, Xbox, they're doing great things there. But then, and the reason why Damo's hearing the sort of things and seeing the sort of things that you're talking about is that on the PlayStation side of the fence, you've got, sorry, Xbox, no offense, but you've got games. Like, when Halo fell out, they had nothing really of any note left. And on the other side, you've got Sackboy, you've got Spider-Man, you've got Demon Souls. Demon Souls is sitting on a 92 on Metacritic or something like that.
Demon Souls,
a remake.
All I'm
remake. It's crazy.
I'm seeing Demon Souls after Demon Souls. People are in love. It looks like it's reignited a Souls passion, which is good.
And even Astrobot, or Astro's Playroom, the tech
that's getting around.
That is unbelievably good, and it is like a 2-hour demo. Like, it's meant to just demonstrate what this can do, and it's just, sorry, that was me waving the controller around again. And it's unbelievably good. And, like, all the stuff, like, and it shows, like, all the stuff that they were talking about with the, how, like, when they first started talking about the DualSense, and I think we discussed it in one of the episodes, like, when you pull the trigger, you feel the tension. That's 100%. I think, there's a couple little segments where Astrobot goes to, like, he grabs a bow and arrow, and you go to, like, shoot it at something, and you can feel, like, the trigger starting to not push back, but, like, it just gets tighter, and you have to kind of push through it to like, pull the string back further. Or there's little things there, like, they're using every little.
Comes out with little biceps on the top of his
got
trigger.
like a little. It's like the muscles in his index finger are just huge.
That is one thing. Like, is that going to actually cause some people some problems? Whether it's not necessarily RSI, but is that actually going to cause some little issues there? Yeah, so PlayStation.
We're going back to the old Wii Fit injuries.
Nintendo
thumb. So you got the Wii elbow.
I took out a light once.
Now you're gonna have PlayStation finger.
PlayStation index or index finger or
PS finger. PSF.
I've got some PSF. Man.
Like, it's not. It's not that bad, but I guess maybe after doing it for a long time, like over years, maybe
you just re-strengthen your fingers. That's all.
I don't know.
Strength.
Doesn't
it's
not
like you've got. It's not like you've got those
wall.
like hand grippy things, resistors and stuff like that. He's up, Turbo. It's all right.
I don't know.
No one's gonna.
I doubt it's gonna be a major issue. I'm sure that a Kotaku or a Polygon will come up with some think piece about it sometime soon. And
I'm sure that when you're 10 years from now and your children have grown up,
and I've got arthritic fingers.
You get into a thumb war with them, like, they'll demolish you, because they'll just be like, from day dot they've grown 10 fingers, and then you'll be like, my precious millennial hands can't handle this kind of strength. But I don't know, it's a bit insane.
Matto, on your side of the fence, what have you seen over the course of this week? Anything that's really kind of helped sway you towards picking up one or the other, or just picking it up sooner than maybe you'd initially intended?
I think the one thing with the PS5, if I've heard correctly, you can't transfer games to a portable hard drive.
PS5 games to a portable hard drive, yeah.
Yeah, so for me, that's kind of a problem.
Yeah.
Because I don't really want to sit there for 20 hours waiting for my game to load, because I can't transfer it to a... But, in saying that, PS5 has, as we said, games.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've loaded mine up.
It's the key thing.
I've got heaps of room left over still, and I've got Demon Souls on there. Don't know whether I'll actually play it because it's a Souls game, but I've got it on there. I've got Spider-Man, I've got Sackboy, I've got the lot, like the indies as well. Assassin's
when you get
Creed's
to
on
that
there.
point where you're short on room and you go, oh no,
Yeah,
what do I get rid
there'll
of?
be that at some point, but at the moment I think I've only used like a third of the, I don't know, 600 gig or whatever it is, and some of these things will get deleted once I'm done. So
Good thing you don't have COD. There's half your hard drive.
well, yeah, COD's pretty huge, 130 gig or something like that.
But I guess at this stage too,
all that dog fur.
Yeah, exactly.
High res
Dog.
dogs.
8K
HD
dog hair.
dogs.
What were you saying, Damo?
But
8K fur balls.
Oh shit! And,
8K K9.
Stop it! But 4-3 can't handle it. Yeah, any 4K turtles,
Not that I've seen.
or are they 4K bears?
Valhalla. I think you're in the wrong
Valhalla,
area
what's-
for turtles.
I think I'd need to go play Valhalla and, I don't know, go
What's in
near the
Valhalla?
ocean maybe.
I'm gonna Google that right now. Animals that appear in Valhalla.
You could ride a dog. I've seen that. Or a wolf.
I'm keen to get started on that one.
True.
Haven't done it yet. Actually, like, you know, some of those games, so Matto, obviously you don't mind Assassin's Creed, especially like Odyssey recently, you're a big fan on. Have you considered picking up Valhalla since it is on current gen as well?
Or
Last
yes.
gen or whatever? Do you already have it?
No.
No.
It's tempting.
Because it's bloody good from everything I've heard. Like, I've got it
I know.
installed and haven't started.
That's what sucks. I thought, oh, do I want it? And everyone's saying, oh, it's really good. Like, oh, don't tempt me. There's what we got, a month till Cyberpunk, and
Yeah, that's 3 weeks or whatever it is from here. Like, it's kind of
Tough.
crazy.
it's very, very tempting.
What's Damo found?
Get out.
He's trying to find what you could ride in Valhalla or animals in Valhalla.
Turtles in Valhalla.
Oxen for. Wait,
Oxes.
sorry. Apparently, ad blocker is a bad thing to have, but you know.
Yeah, right. Who cares?
Won't let you into websites. Sorry, you don't have.
Some...
Sorry, you're not
Well,
letting
doing-
us show
I
ads.
suppose the first thing you'd probably see is an elk. So, 8K elk or a shulk.
AK elk.
A shulk from Xenoblade.
Yeah, a Xenoblade shulk appears.
And it's the
Shulk
shirtless
time.
version. It's the shirtless version of Shulk too. You're like, what the fuck's going on here?
What is there any other kind of shulk that appears?
None that anyone else cares about.
Wild cats? No, I reckon an elk. An elk would be the first thing you'd probably see. So
Good
8K
chance.
elk. If anyone's got some 8K elks out there that want to screenshot and tweet at me, I'm down for it.
Almost as good as turtles.
Let's be honest. I mean,
You can't beat the turtles.
the turtle was revolutionary because it would happen to be
Yeah, true.
good song. Or 3 a.m. whatever. But
Yeah, whatever. After you got it installed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, that's another thing. Like, I mean, people regularly criticize the PS4, just all PlayStation consoles up till now for being really slow on the download. Like, it's almost like they bottlenecked it somehow. Definitely not the case on the PS5. Like, that just completely opened up here. Like, I'm smashing through downloads. I feel like at a rate that is actually faster than what my internet should normally allow. So I don't. That's clearly not the case. But those downloads are flying along.
They got under the hood. They fucking really opened her up.
Nah, I reckon it's just to get you in. And then
Hey,
when
hey,
everyone's
Lord.
in, it's just like, right, cut it back. Go on.
Well, I mean, it's not. No, because it was our servers, wasn't it? Because there was a way you could get quicker downloads by moving your PS4 to a different server, but then when you played online, you'd move it back. And
You could change your
It was all
DNS
kind
settings or some shit. I don't know.
yeah. Oh well, I mean that's good to hear. That's another positive.
It's super
and I
fast.
hope Xbox is the same. I don't know if Xbox has ever had that issue, but I hope.
No, they've never had the issue.
I truly do hope though both consoles really succeed. I don't want one company to fold. I thought I did, and I just.
I mean,
Too much
Microsoft's definitely not folding. Not after their Bethesda pickup from a few months back. No, I don't see any of them folding. The one that could. I mean, a couple of years ago, I thought maybe Nintendo was a chance after the Wii U,
No.
but then the Switch came out and
You know nothing about Nintendo and its dopey elephantness.
Yeah, I
They
know.
could release another 6-7 bad Wiis and they would have been fine. That guy explained it all.
All those
Kyle
Pokemon
Bosman.
cards they keep selling.
Yeah.
Just keeps them in business.
Exactly. Pokemon. Seriously, that's the mothership of Nintendo.
Holy shit,
It has a
Pokemon
life
cards
of
though
its own.
specifically. Matto nailed something there. Like apparently they've just exploded in the last month.
Yeah, my friend just revalued all these cards.
I think I need to go
I need to
work out
find
how to
mine.
sell them.
I did have a shiny Charizard. I don't know where it went.
Is it
I
like
could buy a house with that.
one of the first edition ones? Because they're worth thousands.
Yeah, I don't
Hundreds of
think
thousands.
first edition came to Australia though. That's the problem.
I've got a couple first edition cards because I went pouring through it a while back, but none of them are like it's not a first edition Charizard, unfortunately.
Yeah. I mean, first editions sell well because pretty sure they didn't come here. Like it was a weird thing. Like you got them, and I don't know how some people got them, but I think they were like from accidental orders or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, just the demand was so high that we eventually got some. So there were a couple of real first editions going. This is actually besides the point. Pokemon cards. You want to hit us up about Pokemon cards? You can tweet at any of us. But
Jamie Penning probably will. So Jamie, we look forward to talking Pokemon cards with you.
Oh mate, yeah, add all of us at the exact same time. I feel like. No, that's fine. Don't stress.
So what else have we been thinking as far as next gen this week? Like, has there been anything else pop up at all that's pricked your interest at all?
I mean, I get to see a PS5 tomorrow, so that's going to be fun.
Oh, nice. Well, you coming over?
So, actually, let me just explain a quick story about how shit Australian Post can be. Like, this is god tier level scum, right?
Go on.
I hands down, like, if you're not seated, if you're listening to this in your ears and you're walking around, have a seat, folks, because you're about to lose your nun. Right. So, my friend, Mr. X, gets a text message saying, your PS5 will arrive
today.
Saturday or Sunday or Monday. Oh, no, sorry, Saturday or Sunday, because, they do deliver on the weekends now. He's like, okay. So, keep the weekend free. Monday at the latest, it'll be in. Like, awesome. Gets a text message. Your PS5 will be arriving tomorrow. So Friday, he sends me a text. He's like, oi, it's coming in. Normally my delivery is around 10 o'clock. So if you're free, come over. I'm like, no stress. I'll walk, I'll shower. I'll be over there as soon as possible. Mum and Dad come to Gisborne, having lunch, get a phone call. I'm like, yes, his PS5's come, but I won't answer it. I'm not going to be rude. So finish up lunch, breakfast, whatever, brunch, call him up. And he explains his story to me. And he explains that even though he was pretty much waiting by his front door, no knock ever appeared.
Oh.
But he got a text message saying, your PS5 will be ready for pickup from this depot. He's like, what? He went out the front door. There's the note.
Was this, by chance, did this friend of yours order it through JB Hi-Fi?
No.
Oh, because Toll, JB uses Toll delivery.
Yeah.
We're just going to smash them here.
Sucks.
Toll's done the same thing to me twice in the last couple of months, where they just we've been sitting, but we've basically been at the door. We've heard the van out the front, and then there's just been a thing in the letterbox, and they've pissed off. So
it's absolutely
fuck them to the
disgusting.
moon.
They're behind, and so he rings up. He complains to Ozpost, and he's like, "Okay, this is bullshit. I'm going to go down. I'm going to see where it is." Because, if you make a complaint, they're like, yeah. He's like, well, I've done everything. And I tell you, I was here in my house. No thing. It's like, what are they going to do? They're going to reprimand the driver? Who cares? That's their view. Goes down to the depot. You're like, okay, it'll be there by 12. Ozpost lady was fantastic. Okay. Talks to the depot late. So he calling the person while he was on the, he was on the horn while he was there. Gets there. Ozpost, it's like, so, the driver's still out. He's like, yeah, okay. Call them to see where they are. If they finish at 12, you close at 12, and it is 12, where are they? Okay. He's driving home. Gets a text message. Your PlayStation has just arrived at the depot. 5 minutes after he'd left that place. And then they're like, you can pick it up any time from now. They don't open until like 9 o'clock on Monday. So Ozpost, disgusting behaviour, terrible customer service, would not recommend. The government should give me that much money instead. And I'm very glad that the lady who brought all those watches to those people quit her job. Disgusting.
Wow.
Sad. Low act. I mean, can you imagine though? He was so disheartened. It was so disheartened. Like, we are going to have a whole weekend of playing PS5, but now it's like it's locked up because the driver couldn't
be bothered to knock on a door.
To knock on the door. Would have taken him less time to knock on the door than it would have been to write the note to say that no one was home. Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that's fair.
Doesn't make any sense. That's the sad part of, for those international things. I don't know what your UPS people do. I don't know how great your Amazon delivery drivers are, but we have this terrible thing called Ozpost, and I can get why people use DHL at this day, using more courier services. Support.
Well, they go to Amazon.
Yeah,
Oh,
Amazon.
how good is
Man,
Amazon?
you don't want to start with Amazon when they used Ozpost. Same thing happened to me, and they were like, "You got to download the app," and I'm like,
"What app? There's an app?
The Ozpost app, so you can see
Does it work?
Settings. Okay, yeah, it's pretty good.
Or was it delayed?
No, they let you know when they're delayed.
Sorry, this app won't be working till Tuesday.
But sorry, I don't know if that's off topic or whatever. But
don't know. Next gen consoles.
That's just gut wrenching.
People who are seated, you can now lift up your jaw and you can continue on with your day.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
continue on with your walk.
Start a revolt. We should make a new postal service that people have to knock at the door for delivering shit. Look, I can get Christmas. Yeah, I can get the busyness of Christmas and everything like that.
No, do your job.
Sure. But no, I'm not saying mistakes. Where like packages are delayed, but that level of unprofessionalism, of not knocking on the door, like leaving notes, I'm so overhearing couriers doing that. I mean, Star Trek, they're pretty great. I mean, I know they're an Ozpost offset. But,
I was gonna say they are Australia Post pretty much.
Yeah, but there's.
I guess they're a higher priority thing,
different-
so they
different
don't take on
departments.
as much. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like Steven Del Prado played too. Like his Xbox got delivered a street away. He had to then, and they didn't. It took him ages. Yeah, like a straight up, at least a street away from his house. Got dumped on someone's front yard, so thankfully no one was home. So he, like at their doorstep, the person even took a photo. They got the complete wrong street apparently, but after he had some sort of exchange with Australia Post, and then eventually found it, sitting on like someone's doorstep, the street away with his name on it. So he took his Xbox and went home.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I think I'd rather them have it at the depot than deliver it to someone else, because that person might just happen to be home and go, sweet, I just scored a $750 console.
It's like, Ozpost told me, I didn't. It's like, but they
So
did.
it's been dropped off. Like, not here.
I didn't say nothing.
Yeah, it's pretty shit.
That's why I got Kogan insurance for my mum's phone, because I'm like, hey, nothing gonna happen to that.
That's fair. Well, on that note,
well worth it.
On that note, we'll wrap things up there. Next week is our patched updates episode, so I'll be able to talk a little bit about some of the games I've been playing. Matto might have bought Valhalla at that point, so Damo's got a few to talk about. So that'll be good too. But yeah, Matto,
I've been playing a game that I never thought I'd go back to.
Oh,
Raid Shadow Legends.
This sounds like a promo for next week. Next week, Paul talks about
Raid
PS5
Shadow Legends.
Raid Shadow Legends. Maybe.
Oh shit! Let me talk to you about Raid Shadow Legends, that mobile game that we're not at all sponsored by. And look, if you want to send if you want to send some money our way, then we'll certainly be. I'll be an official shop.
We'll be more than happy to
until that
We've
point,
been sponsored by a fish and chip shop, if that's any console.
I wish we had. Some of them listen to this show, though. I know that. That's the starting point. We're halfway there. All right, that's where we're going to wrap things up. So yeah, we'll talk about some of those games we're playing. Maybe Matto's playing Valhalla. I'll definitely have some PS5 stuff to talk about. And Damo, you've got 2 months of games to discuss. So more on that next week. But until then, yeah, we'll wrap things up there. So if you enjoyed this episode of Patched, be sure to like, share, subscribe to the channel. All the buttons down below. Hit the notification bell. That way you're alerted to new episodes the moment they go live. That includes more Patched Player 2 plays like Game Review, Gamer School, and a whole bunch more. Visit the website, player2.net.au, for reviews, previews, opinion pieces, news, features, links to the podcast series, the audio version of Patched, the Player 2 Pixelcast, and Dev Diary. Visit us on Patreon, patreon.com/player2au, kicking a few bucks. Early tiers, higher levels of access, lower tiers, early access to episodes. I don't know what the fuck just happened there. I think I had a stroke.
Are you okay there?
Yeah, I think I had a stroke. Make sure the Player 2 Marathon is now only a few days away, this coming Saturday, as of when this podcast goes live. We've already raised...
More than halfway there.
Yeah, we're already over halfway there. Yeah, just short of 2,200 at the point that we're recording this. So things are going very nicely there. It's the power of the next-gen console gets you a lot of money before the event even starts. But, 1,800 to go to raise the goal, and that all goes towards the Terry Campese Foundation. So... good cause, doing cool stuff, and yeah, donate. The stream 24 hours this coming Saturday, starting at 10 a.m. I think it is. I've seen the draft schedule of the games that will be played. There's some really cool ones there. A few of the Player 2 members that are actually allowed to, that aren't based in Victoria, so therefore they're allowed to leave their state, are going to be congregating at Matt's place, and we'll be playing games for 24 hours, and the rest of us will be in the stream.
Oh, you're allowed out of the state, are you?
Are we allowed out of the state yet? Or is that still like a week away?
If you go to Queensland, sure.
Oh,
anywhere, but
let's just try and go to WA, sneak in there. I'm sure they'd love to have us.
Hey, 16 days, COVID free. Come on.
Not that those clowns running the show over there will care. But
hey, they've done well.
They've done very well, but they're not going to care. They don't want us. We know when we're not wanted.
Don't blame
to be fair, they can keep their mediocre football teams and stores that shut at 5 p.m.
5 p.m. Gee,
I've
taken a shot.
That's
did you go there once?
I
tried to buy it there
once.
I did go there.
I got there at 5:01 and they were closed.
I did go there once and discovered that yes, even on very busy days, they're shutting down at 5 p.m. and that's not good enough. But anyway,
now we're not allowed in there.
Yeah, now we're definitely not allowed in there. We've burnt them, and they don't care about our Dooney sponsorship.
Shadow Raid,
Shadow Legends, and what else is everyone on YouTube doing these days? Manscaped, all things that are not sponsored by it all.
Oh yeah, that's. Why is that ad just appeared out of nowhere?
We'll just drop it.
Oh hey, here's some razors. Like I don't need it. Go away. Get lost.
We'll just read the script that someone else has and sound really convincing, and maybe they'll send us money one day.
Listen to a Joe Rogan podcast.
Yeah. There's like a 20-minute segment with ads.
Copy his, yeah.
So then there is Twitter. Damo, where can you be found?
At Tacos Talk.
Matto.
Matto_Phil. Like my Mission Impossible tweet for some. No, don't like it.
Yeah, that's a really popular tweet. You and I have had a good weekend on the Twitter. So,
I can't make sense. I can't make sense of the internet.
You came up with a comment about Henry Cavill's mustache. I took a photo of a kid's book based on God of War that got lots of likes. We've been very popular on Twitter this weekend, so get around us. But until
I've got 198 likes and 0 followers. So
new followers, just to be clear, new followers.
I'm thankful that you didn't do that. You both didn't do that thing where it's like, now that I have all you here, here's this super depressing thing. Like, please donate to these dying children over here.
I mean, I went close.
Whales are dying in the ocean.
I went close. I was like, now that you're here, hey, Corey Barlog, any chance you want to come on Dev Diary? No response.
Yeah. I bet you it's only because you said, I don't want to be that guy. He's like, well, don't you? All right, then, bro. You don't have to be that guy.
Mate, just embrace it. Just be that guy, and you would have been fine.
Exactly. Be that guy, mate. Show some confidence.
We have to say it's not the case.
Bro. It's all good, bro.
I'll send him 2 versions of the same tweet. One where I say, I want to be that guy, and one that I don't want to be that guy, and we'll just see what works.
Maybe the next one, just have a knife to the book. Or else.
Or boy gets it.
Be useful botch boy.
So until next week, like I said, patched updates. We talk about all we've been playing. Thanks a lot for watching. See you later.